I was wrong in what date it was. Yes, was it yesterday for 2 years, 2 days ago? Um, it's September 29, 2022, and not the last day. I hope not the last day. I have a look at the taxi today, this morning. I wake up in the night, and I know it was not me that was like in depression, and I had hard to fall to sleep, and I had to go up for a while, and then I was thinking maybe is something on my computer that I need to know in the night. I don't know what time it was. The first time I wake up, I think it was just after 3, and then it was 5 o'clock. I was up on my computer and look at what if there was something, but it wasn't. And I know that it was not my depression. It was a spirit depression, was it? And I will see if there will come a spirit and talk about this depression. It has something with this. So it's a contact now. It's have with the spirit experience to do in life that was on me in this night, because it is still a long time to do things for my traveling to Israel. It's almost 2 months, and so yesterday I was out and changed the money, so I get Israel money with me, and I placed that in. I wrote on Facebook in the soil. So it's symbolic in the soil. I was writing that, and it's about to dig down money in the soil. It's not literally. It is to make the money grow and last for a longer time. And so if you hear a sound in the background, it's my neighbors that doing things upstairs over my head in the ceiling, moving around because he's on drugs. And so it the soil means that it's placed into worldly things, and to make it last longer and grow in that way that you plant it in the soil, and could be a flower, or it could be a big mustard tree that is like it is in Israel. Israel, the mustard seed is it's depend on what seed you have dig in the soil. But here in Sweden, is it only like a herb, it's not growing high more than to your waist. And but in Israel, can it grow to be a big tree? So that's my hope, that I place the money in the soil, in Israel soil, so it be like a tree. And so uh, it can be so I can pay the hotel. But then I was thinking, I look at the taxi, and it's not so much money from my town. It's about the same, a little more than one night in the hotel. And so it can be much better to go on a taxi from my home and then the whole way to the airport than to take this cheaper taxi for disabled people to go down to that city that is close to the border, and then that money for to travel there, I get the bill after I coming back from Israel, but also I am in Israel when it's coming, and maybe I don't get the time to pay for it. And so it seems it's much better to take a taxi from my home and to the airport, or else I can travel to the closest city, Malmö, to the border to Denmark, and then pay for the taxi to take me to the airport. And I think it's gonna be the same amount of money, so it's better to take it from my home and go directly to the airport, and don't need to go off the taxi and change it. So I would take that, but it make it also one night less I can be at the hotel. But in that way, I need to show in the custom at Tel Aviv. When I'm coming with the airplane, I need to show them a place where I'm going to stay for 2 months. So this hotel is what I'm going to show them. But today I don't have that money for the whole staying. But I hope, I have a hope, I trust in God that someone of you maybe are sending me some money, and it's on my websites where the number is to my bank account. And it sounds crazy, but we don't have that number that is saying on that my website is not that number on my bank account, that you can't take out money from my bank account by write it in. It's only that you can place in the money to take out from my bank account. I have a secret code equipment that I every time I go in on my bank, I have a new code that I have to place in. So that number that I have on my website is only for you to send me money. So on this episode, I will write down my website, and maybe I place the number, but I don't want that for hackers and those to see it, because they are almost all the time on the telephones, so it doesn't need to shine in their eyes, this number, even if they can't do anything about it more than place their money there and place the money to God's work, because this is what God has told me to do, these things. So if you understand this is for real, whatever you can support me with, that I am very thankful, and God knows your heart when you do it. And so far I have not got from any person yet. I have got extra money, but that have not say where it's coming from. It's only been there. But I am not going to tell your name. If you send money to me and you place your name on it, I will not tell it for other people. I will talk to God about you and your name, and God already know your heart, but if you write something that you need me to talk to God about, then you can do that. And I don't show that for other people. It's private. It's between you and me and God. So this is what I was doing. I was up in the night, and then I opened up my computer, but there was nothing, and I couldn't write the taxi about asking for the price for to go with them the whole way to the airport. I couldn't write it in, so that was not for me to do in the night, and not the hotel either. So now in the morning I was writing. It was a spirit that come into me. That's why I got this. I stop a little in my talking, because it was someone coming in. We'll see if the spirit is talking, what it is about. But I wrote to the hotel, because this hotel, I am disabled, so I can't be in those cheap hotels. There is some where you're laying in the same room as other people, and you share the bathroom with them. I can't do that because I am so sick in my body, and I am disabled, so I can't do that. I have to have my own room and a bathroom. If you have followed me, you know that I'm going to the hospital in Jerusalem, so I can't be in this cheap hotel this time. And so I wrote them, because this hotel have this transportation service, but of course I have to pay. Nothing is for free. Nothing is for free here in this world. It's not even the the air is free, because those that have corona, they couldn't breathe. So that's nothing is free. We have to thank God for that we can breathe, that our heart is beating. We need to understand this, that nothing can we get for free if we don't have God with us. If we have God with us and understand who am God, Elohim, and then you also get this without to pay for it. But if you are, this is the spirit that was the spirit that come in, that I'm talking now. He start to take over my talking now. So if you, it's a very, Spirit told me so much now, because he is talking, and it's very important message for you. You have to understand what it is to be with God, Elohim, the one that is have no one around them. He have no one around him, and he stand alone in this supreme, and then he have this kingdom where Jesus have been in this kingdom. But I have met Jesus in the kingdom, and now he is in the garden and take care of the garden. He take care of those people that is around the city, Golden City. I saw it when I was there in 1978, long time ago. I saw a meadow full of what I saw in that time. And so it was only yellow flowers, I was thinking, because it was a meadow. And I didn't know God in that time. I was out from God, so I didn't know. But today I know it was stars. There was the stars of those people that come into heaven, and they are shining because they are happy, they are pleased, and they are around this golden city. And that's what Jesus is taking care of, these people. They are not really have coming into God, because they are not allowed to come into the city, but they are still in heaven. And this is very important. The Spirit talking to me now very much. These stars that is in this meadow that I have seen, and then is on the left side it was a dark forest, and I knew that it's showing me that there where hell was, the waiting people, that it's not, because the forest was very dark, so they didn't live, they were there. And Jesus, he is going and take them out from the forest into the meadow. So Jesus is not working here on earth anymore, but he is working in heaven to pull out those people that have been very close to understand what's going on in heaven, to pull them out from hell to the forest, to the meadow and be a star there. That his work, and then his work is to defend us in the court. He is our lawyer, advocate in the court, because he have lived a life here on earth, not so very long, but he have lived and have seen everything and heard everything, so he know what to say, and he's the advocate and lawyer to us, so we don't go to hell. That those people that have been very close, that he can defend and save, they are going to this meadow, because the meadow was bigger than the city. they, oh, oh, it was so much light now. I understand what I saw. Took me so long time to understand that the meadow is bigger. It was bigger than the city. So that's where most people are. And the meadow, that I didn't get the whole picture of. I only saw a small part of the beginning of hell, the forest. So that was unknown for me. I should not know how big it is or small it is. That's not for me, because I am in the light and understand the light. But the city was smaller, and it was very big landscape around it, and there all are placed. It's not many that is in hell, that I know, because Jesus is helping people to come to the light. You have still a chance to come to heaven, even if you have done very much things in life, bad things, criminal things. But Jesus knows what you have done and what have caused your problem. That is the most important for you. What have caused the problem that you have been criminal, and your mindset, how it have changed from that little child that was open and was happy and was in the light, and suddenly it closes in and there be darkness in that brain. But Jesus know what was going on in that time when you change your mindset to be criminal, to be evil, that something caused it. That's when Jesus help you. But I know, because I gave birth to an evil child, so I know it on my own experience that there is some that is born evil. They are born from the devil, and those they can't be in heaven. They have already done their evil work, and they have done it from the start. And my son was so evil, so there was a man that took care of my son on the child care, because he was so evil to those children that was there. So he was evil from the beginning, and I'm sorry that I give birth to one of the devil's child. but I didn't know God in that time, so I couldn't defend me. But it was something I should have for to learn from. I learn how the devil is working by give birth to one of his sons. So, and then I got the grandkids from one person that also was born from the devil. So it was completed there. So I have walked away from that family. I walk away from my grandkids because it's nothing there. It's no light there. So I have more work to do with other people that is closer to the light to help them. So this is what the spirits come through. And he is saying this to me that it had been said before this with the healing, but there is people that have not listened to all the episodes, so they have of some evil reason have they not coming to hear about healing that there is have been said in other episodes. But now you are new to listen at my podcast, and you I have not I have got about 1-2 from Israel that have listened at my podcast. They the devil make them not come here and listen at my podcast, so they can't help me by coming and meet me in Israel, in Jerusalem. They don't come here and listen at my podcast. So I know that I don't get help from Israel. The help I hope for is coming from other countries. You that can support me in this. I don't ask you to pay for something, but you can make a donation to me in this work to fulfill what God have placed in me from the beginning when I come from heaven down to earth. I had with me some angels from heaven that protected me, because what I have talked about from the beginning was that my mother didn't want to have me in her womb. So if she have knew that she was pregnant, she have aborted me, because she had already a son and a daughter, and she didn't need that when she was 42 years old. So she have aborted me, but God and heaven and those that come with me down to earth, they protected me before I was born. So my mother didn't know that she was pregnant. And then when she found out she was pregnant, it was too late for her to do abortion. So I be born. But I was hated on my family. The family didn't wanted me. So that was my problem from the beginning, to be hated, to not have want me to be here on earth. And that I didn't know how hard it should be be born again here on earth. And then, in the way to do it very, very, very hard, the hardest time I have been here on earth. I have been here sometimes on earth, and but I have been a man in that time. But this time I was born as a girl, and that make it even so much harder. It's not. I am not talking about the world. I'm talking about in the church, that they don't accept me in any religion or tradition, and because they don't understand who I am, and they don't want to know it because I am a woman, so they don't care to find it out. But you that is following me, you know that a woman, it was in the Old Testament, female prophets there. So you know that a woman can be a prophet today also. And you that read the Quran, you know also that you have that in Islam. You have some female prophets, so you know that there is prophets be born for this generation. I'm here for this generation to hear from heaven, and now it's a healing going on. It's the Spirit is saying to you that have heart with your body, that I don't know what he's talking about, because he's saying that now you get your wings. He say that. I hope that you are healed here on earth, but I feel like you want to go away from what you have. A very hard body. You have a body that is full of pain, and you can't move, and maybe not talk because of your pain that is like paralyzed inside your body. And the Spirit is telling you that you are going to have your wings now. You are going to heaven, and they are waiting for you, and they come and meet you. And when you have your wings, they are going to fly with you, and you are free. It's not suicide. It's made in heaven that it's time for you to come now. It's not sad, because this person that get his, it seems like it is his, but it can be a she also, that have longing for a long time to not be here on earth, because it's so much pain. And it's okay to spread your wings now. You should not do a suicide. You will be taken from heaven up to heaven. You're gonna see this meadow full of stars. You're gonna see it, and you'll be happy to be free. You will see heaven with only one day, only sunshine, but you don't see the sunshine because the shining is coming inside the city, from inside the city up in the air, and there is no clouds in the sky. It's only one day. The sun is never going down. It's always there, the light. And you're going to live in the light. You are going to be free to could run around in the meadow. The pain is gone and you can move your body without feeling paralyzed. You can be as a child in the meadow and running around and playing with the other kids like. It's a blessing. It's a blessing now. And you feel it. I think you feel that the pain is on its way to go away. That means it started with your wings. It's not a sad thing. It's glory to God about it, that He was sending someone telling you this today. Thank you for listening. It was emotional in many ways, this episode. And I will write things on description of this episode for you to know. I love you, and you know the whole heaven loves you, that is following me and listen to what they say from heaven. I talking a little, but mostly is it from heaven now. I didn't know from the beginning it should be like this, but it is coming that this is the gathering place for heaven to be. They are here in my home now. So heaven is here in my home. Thank you for listening. God bless you.